Hello, everyone. Here we are for Joy Workout number 29. And the topic for today is the price for joy. It sounds funny even to think it, even to say it. The price for joy. There's a price for joy. Joy is the most natural thing in the world. You see it in every infant and baby. You feel it in nature, especially in springtime, the flowers growing. A price for joy. So the biggest price you pay for joy is choosing it. But why is that a big deal? It's a big deal because we have all kinds of other choices. And sometimes when we're snookered into believing in sticks and stones from other people, events, experiences, that's why I wrote Sanctuary, because then you're dealing with some trauma, right? Price for joy. There is a price for joy. The price for joy is that you got to keep choosing it, but not just choosing it in your mind. Choosing it in your mind and in your heart with your thoughts and with your feelings. And what that looks like, okay, I'm gonna get a little romantic here. It looks like an inner marriage. It looks like a agreement with yourself. So if you have conflict or confusion in your mind, you've got to find a way to having a negotiation with yourself where you feel agreement in yourself. And when you feel agreement in yourself, then it doesn't matter what anybody else says. Look, I'm creating like this whole new genre of, now, I didn't want to be a psychologist. I could have been. I knew I didn't want that. I didn't know that I wanted to be a joyologist. There was no such degree for me to study step by step. I've had to create it here. And coming into that agreement with myself, sometimes feelings of discouragement or failure come up, and the price for joy is staying true to my true self. The price for joy is going, oh my God, what is it that you really love? I really love the true self in other people shining through. That is the game for me. And so the more that I have, like I look at a lot of my YouTube videos, like some of them have like 1 view or like 3 views. And I'm like, you know what? Over all this time, my voice and my clarity is getting stronger, stronger, stronger. The biggest thing that's happening is I'm getting a resonating sense of my favorite negotiation sign that I'm on the right track is that's right. I'm getting feelings of that's right in myself. Like even in a message like this, my voice is becoming clearer because I've been staying true to it. But all those first trials have been just like kind of fumbling forward. So the message that I want you to embrace here today for your joy workout is that if you ever feel like you're failing, or if you ever feel like you're alone, or you ever feel discouraged, just realize that that is a sure sign of one thing. I keep doing this lately. This one thing, we have one rule, one thing. It's a sure sign that you're in the game. You know, when I first saw this, it was one thing in the movie with Billy Crystal, where he's a cowboy and he goes out west, and well, he's not a cowboy. It's called City Slickers. He's a city slicker and he goes out west with a couple of friends and he's a cowboy for a few days. And the guy who's leading them on his horse is like a real like Marlboro cowboy. And so, Billy Crystal's like this lost soul and he's like, well, what's important? And then the guy goes, one thing, and you see him like standing on his horse going, one thing. And after that, I was like, and Billy Crystal's like, well, what is the one thing? So then, of course, the movie is that he discovers that for himself. And so, that's your journey. That's your job. That's the price you pay for joy, is discovering what that one thing is for you. And the one thing can change. As I think that the desires that come from our heart, they call us forward like mama birds going, come on, this way, you can do it. I used to have parrots, and one of the first things you do when I really love animal training, like kind, loving animal training, like dolphins, parrots, dogs. I've never trained a dolphin, but I've swam with dolphins. and they're like big puppies. And when you train an animal kindly, you actually develop a really deep, beautiful bond with them. So if you have like a pet at home and they're not trained, I don't mean a cat, cats are a different breed, but if they're not trained, you're going to have a hard time having a relationship with them, because they'll do things in the house that they shouldn't do, and then you'll be mad at them. And so I've always seen it like as a partnership. Well, when you have a bird, when you have a parrot, one of the first things that you train them to do is respond to the command, step up. Because if they can step up onto your finger, then you can play with them. And if they can't, if they're biting you, if they're whatever, then you're not in agreement. But when you have that agreement, that's like kind of the meeting ground. And so what I think our desires train us to do is like, we're like the bird, and the desire, whatever your desire is, it's something that is what's next. It's calling you forward. And if it's a desire that's larger than you, so it's not like I want to, want to have some raisins with my lunch or whatever. So if it's something bigger, a desire from your heart that's bigger, it's encouraging you. It's saying, step up, come on, this way. It's guiding you. It's saying, come on, it's calling you. And so part of commitment to joy is tuning in to listen to what that is. And what I have found is that when a person does that over and over and over and over, they'll get similar signals for themselves. They'll get like the same message over and over and over for a very long time. And it's like this calling that comes from inside, and it can look like really tiny things at first. So joy workout for you. Just don't give power to sticks and stones. Decide where you're giving your power. Choose joy. Choose joy. Over and over and over. You're going to slip. You're going to fall off the wagon, come back. Choose joy. Choose joy. Keep choosing joy. Thank you for being here with me today for Joy Workout number 29. We'll do a review of the last 15 workouts or so tomorrow. Tomorrow will be a review day. Thank you. Bye for now.